Hi, everyone. My name is Alice Brown, Executive Director for the North Central Washington Economic Development District. And I'd like to welcome each of you to the 2021 Supernova Business Launch Competition main event. While the Ruby Theater is not the background behind me right now, our goal and mission is still the same: to celebrate and recognize the final four who have made it this far in the competition, and most importantly, find out which one of these small businesses will be taking home the $10,000 cash prize. For those of you who don't know, we started this journey with these four applicants in February, where we had a total of 35 competitors. And here we are today with our final four: CNC Inspections out of Oroville, Tumbleroot Ranch out of the Eniat Valley, Epoch Gaming Bar out of downtown Wenatchee, and Westridge Wood Company, also out of Wenatchee. These four have been on an incredible journey of updating their business plans, marketing strategies, and most importantly, having to give a pitch at an Apple Sox game. But here they are today, and we want to make sure that they are recognized, celebrated, and applauded for all of their hard work. So now, without any further ado, I would like to kick off the 2021 Supernova Business Launch Competition main event. And again, thank you for joining us today.
Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Gracias por participar con nosotros en la competición de Supernova. Esperamos que tenga un buen tiempo y que participe en todo con mucho gozo. Mi nombre es Mima Cole y soy dueña de Mima's Famous Salsa con mi familia. Tenga buen tiempo y primero Dios que nos podamos ver en persona pronto.
My relatives is Noxilted. Is Uplasinum Kla. My name I'm known to this land is Uplasinum Kla. Dan the Namkin, a member of the Colville Confederated Tribes here in Nespelem, Washington. I welcome you, each and every one of you today, for this land acknowledgement. The land here in north central Washington is where historically our people originated. We have stories and connections, sacred sites all over these lands, these mountains, these waters, where our language comes from, our teachings, our sacred wisdom, and our beautiful connections to this earth, which we refer to as Tumhulak, Mother Earth. And within these sacred sites, these sacred bonds, to all the things that are here, we always acknowledge, our creation stories, our chaptil. We've been here since time immemorial. We have connections, ceremonies, and language and songs that refer to our siwal, our water, our tumhulach, Mother Earth, our plant medicines, the plant nations, as well as our tamich, the animal people, and our sitin, the food. So within all of these areas here in north central Washington, as well up in Canada, our people once lived, resided, and lived together with the land. And today we continue to offer our prayers and solidarity and friendship and harmony, that we all can learn to live with this land, learn to live as brothers and sisters, as relatives. That's our hope. To create bridges of humanity, bridges of unity. Myself, I am an educator. I go into the schools, community events, and these are the things that I hope for our children, that our children will one day come back to this earth, to our environment, to our homelands, and understand the spiritual significance through this time of the COVID pandemic. How can we live together with these sacred elements that have been here since the very beginning of time? So with that, we acknowledge, before we do anything, the land that we live upon, the relationship to the land, as well as the merimsim, the medicine that it gives to our spirit and our way of life, which is our vitality. So I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity, Alice Brown, and everyone who has worked very hard to continue on with this event so we could support one another and learn to walk stronger together. So my relatives at this time, we just want to acknowledge the sacred people, our ancestors who lived upon this earth where you now reside. We want to honor our sacred relationship that still exists in those lands through our ceremonies, through our chaptilk, our creation stories, through our foods, our medicines, and our animals, as well as, most importantly, the sacred water that is the source for all life. So thank you, my relatives. May you all learn a little bit more about the original inhabitants of that land, the people who shared their stories, songs, and our way of life that still lives today. We have a living culture, and we have much to share with humanity on how to live and enjoy and respect the lands that you are upon today. So I want to say that much, my relatives. Thank you for giving me this time to be with you, and I acknowledge each and every one of you as we learn to walk together as one, as relatives. Lem lem.
Hi, my name is Ronnie Holder Diefenbach, and I am the Executive Director for the Okanami County Economic Alliance. And we are super excited this year to have the opportunity to sponsor and present the People's Choice Award for the Supernova Business Launch Competition. This year's top 10 semifinalists were chosen by a panel of community leaders to move on to the next round where the public got to vote for the People's Choice Award. The voting occurred June 15th and 30th. The winner of this award received $250 in cash and a $500 photo shoot credit with Ollie Mingo Heirloom Films and Photography. This year's semifinalists were Mock Fishing Stuff, CNC Inspections, Foodie, Atlas Design Company, Team Blue Skies, Rice Construction, A Hand Spun Yarn, Westridge Woodco, Tumblewood Ranch, and Epoch. And this year's 2021 People's Choice Award goes to, and everybody's going to be surprised, but this year we had a tie. I'll announce our first winner, which was Blue Skies Food Shack. Blue Skies Food Shack have been officially open for 90 days now, and they are providing healthy foods at an affordable price through their food truck in Chelan and Douglas County. Congratulations, Joe and Rye. Our second winner was a hand spun yarn, which is a Chelan County family owned business. One member of their team faces visual disabilities but does not let that stop her from creating amazing fiber art pieces. Congratulations to Cheryl and Hannah on this win. Both winners will receive $250 in cash and a $500 credit with Ollie Mingo Heirloom Photography to create a photo portfolio to use. Congratulations to both of our People's Choice winners. And now I'd like to introduce Jim Huffman.
Thank you, Ronnie. This year we have a very and enthusiastic group of sponsors and partners for the Business Launch Competition. So with that, I'd like to thank the Wenatchee Valley College for entrepreneurship, GWADA, which is now the North Central Washington Tech Alliance, TWISP in the heart of the Middle Valley, Firm Foundation Community Consulting, LaPera Radio and TV.com, the Orville Chamber of Commerce, the Tonasket, Washington Chamber of Commerce, the Washington State Micro Enterprise Association, the Indiana Valley Chamber of Commerce, Douglas County, the Numeric Union, North Central Washington Veterans Info, the Chelan Douglas Regional Court, the Apple Sox, the Chelan's historic Ruby Theater, and a lot of history has been made in the back row of that theater. I have Holly Mingo, films and photography, the Economic Alliance, Mima's famous salsa, SI Productions, Retail Strategy, Idiot Food Center, the Washington State Department of Commerce, Lady of the Lake, the Clark's Creations, and one I'd love to answer the phone for, the Potato Creek Bunkery, where happiness is homemade, barbed wire, wood, wood, metal, leather, and more. So now it's time to give them all a virtual hand. And again, we very much appreciate the enthusiasm that's been expressed by the sponsors, our partners. And thank you again very much. So now I'll turn it over to Rickman Holton, who will present the final four.
Thank you, Jim. Hi, everybody. I'm Brooklyn Holton, and I am a proud partner of EDD in many different ways and have the pleasure of consulting and having one-on-one conversations of support with many of the businesses involved in the Supernova competition. I'm excited to announce the four finalists and releasing their videos. And the first one is CNC Inspections with Cassandra Clark. He does home inspections and loves to meet the need of affordable workforce housing of the North Central Washington community by supporting and ensuring that the home you're about to buy is adequate for you, is of quality, and has a lifelong love for making sure that a home is a home that you can come to and have comfort. Cassandra is from the North Central Washington region, is a veteran, disabled veteran, and is excited about serving the community. And you can find her on Facebook and Instagram, and she continues to seek out opportunities to increase her education and become the best home inspector for you. The next business that we have is Ridgewood Company. And with Dylan Honig, he is a woodworking, creating high-end furniture with a mid-century and Danish designs. That's what it's inspired by. He's been covered in sawdust basically his whole life, and he's excited to not only produce furniture, but also provide a custom option for you guys. So with his clean lines, you can be sure that the product that you're choosing is going to be high quality and last for generations. Next, we have Tumbleroot Ranch with Allie Pitzinger, and they provide farm fresh eggs, pasture-raised pork, and then they've also recently added lamb, wool, bee and bee byproducts, and then also are exploring with some produce options with a possible pumpkin patch. So stay tuned for that. Allie and her husband Jordan are located in Entia and love being able to create a local network food system in our region. And finally, we have EPOP located in Wenatchee. Andy Lynn and his family have started a unique family gaming place where generations can come together and enjoy things from virtual reality to card games, board games, He will have the top of the line products. So anything that you haven't had the chance to try and you want to, I'm sure Andy will have that available. We're located in downtown Wenatchee and able to serve you as a drop-in, a food restaurant option, or if you have an event with your family or friends or a corporate event that you would like to have, they are available for that. So congratulations to the court. And each one got to have a video that we'll be showing you to show more about who they are, what their business is about, and absolutely demonstrate why they were Final Four in this year's Supernova competition. Thanks, everyone.
Hi, my name is Cassandra Clark, and I'm the president and founder of CNC Inspections, LLC. We serve the entire Upper Valley region, most of Okanagan County, parts of Ferry County, tribal lands, Douglas, Chelan, Grant. My favorite part of being a home inspector has to be the element of helping people. I was in the military, and I'm pretty service-oriented as far as things I do in my community. And when I go into someone's home and help them figure out what's going on exactly, and exactly what it is they're going to need to make that the place they go to feel safe and comfortable, that makes me feel great. I would say my favorite part of being an entrepreneur is having total responsibility for everything that happens. If something goes sideways, that's my fault. If it goes well, that's my fault. Everything relies on me doing my job to the best of my ability every single day. Being part of this Supernova Business Launch Competition has been absolutely amazing. I've learned so much about how to run a business efficiently, how to form relationships and market myself. What it would mean winning this competition for CNC inspections is more specialized equipment. Every option I can add to my menu of services that I can offer my clients means I'm better serving my clients and my community.
Hi, I'm Dylan Honig, founder of Westridge Woodco, based right here in Wenatchee, Washington. I create mid-century and Danish modern design furniture. I grew up watching my grandfather build and fix things around the house. He taught me to use hand planes and draw knives, showed me how to get a razor's edge on a chisel, and how to account for wood movement with the changing of seasons. We use all locally sustainable hardwoods found here in the valley. Everything from maple to white oak, walnut to cherry. Being an entrepreneur takes a lot of work, takes a lot of risk, and can be stressful. But with that comes the ability to pursue my passion of woodworking and turn it into a career. The Supernova Business Program has been incredible. It's taught me a lot about creating a business plan, running a company. With a dining room filled with finishing supplies and a porch piled high with rough cut wood, I've realized I've outgrown my single car garage workshop. $10,000 will give me the opportunity to move my business to a proper shop. My name is Dylan with Westridge Woodco. Please vote for me so that I can continue to hone my craft and bring woodworking to the valley.
I'm Allie Pitzinger, and me and my husband Jordan run Tumbleroot Ranch in Eniat. We have a passion for raising animals and knowing where our own food comes from, so we wanted to share that with our neighbors and as many people as we can. Probably my favorite and the hardest parts of this process have been all the learning that's gone into it. So learning how to run the business, but also learning about all the animals and what they need and how they can work together, and growing in a way that is responsible and sustainable for the animals and our land. Going through the Supernova Business Competition has been very valuable to get our heads wrapped around what it means to own a business, to run a smart business, and winning the $10,000 would be incredible. We've been really excited about the prospect of getting access to a USDA butcher, and there's several co-ops that we've looked into that we could buy into. And so we could expand our market that way. We could allow people to purchase single cuts of meat that maybe don't have the space or can't afford a whole or a half of an animal. I'm Allie Pitzinger from Tumbleroot Ranch. Please vote for us so that we can help get more ethically, locally raised meat into our community at affordable prices.
In a world where time is running out, weekly game nights are back and it's your turn to host. But there are dishes piled in the sink and a living room that needs to be vacuumed. Thankfully, there is a shining light in the darkness.
I'm Andy Lynn, and together, my wife and I, we're opening up Epoch, a game lounge here in downtown Wenatchee. Everybody has two places, work and home, and we want Epoch to be your third place. Epoch's gonna be a great night out with all the comforts of home. You know, we got video games, we got board games, we got food, drinks, and virtual reality. Yeah, even tabletop games. My favorite part of being an entrepreneur has just been the connections I've made. I've made more friends in the last 6 months than I have the last 2 years living here, just, promoting this thing. Some of the hardest part, is just, the sweat equity of putting it into renovating a 100-year-old building. It's been a great experience to kind of modernize and revitalize the Wenatchee downtown area. And we want to share part of that history. We discovered an antique freight elevator sealed off behind the walls, and we're going to share it with everybody. You're going to be able to go back and take a look at something you'd only really see in a museum. Supernova Business Launch has been amazing. I would not have been this strong as of an entrepreneur if I wouldn't have gone through the boot camp and done all of this business plan, workshops, and everything. I feel like Epoch's going to be a bigger hit because I went through it. If we win the Supernova competition, it's going to help greatly with our startup costs and help us preserve the history of this 100-year-old building that we're renovating right now. Epoch is defined as a new and important part in history or a person's life. So please vote for us so we can establish this epoch together.
Hi everyone. First, I'd like to thank Oli Mingo for putting those videos together for us. Great job to the Final Four. So I know everyone is waiting to hear who is going to be this year's winner, but anyone that knows me knows I'm not going to make it that easy for all of you. So I want to take just a moment and look back to last year. It was our inaugural year for the competition. It kicked off during the pandemic, and our winner was Tenasket Tire out of Tenasket, Washington. And what a great story they had. It really just exemplifies what this competition is about. Tenasket Tire opened in June. They were able to purchase a mobile service unit, which was really needed on this part of the highway because you can be stranded up to 2 hours before a tow truck was able to get to you. So they were really providing a service that was needed in the of our region. Along with the mobile service unit, they were able to put in services to start changing oil. They have hired 2 additional staff members. One of their employees is considered disabled, and so they just really resignated everything that this competition is about. And I am confident that this year's winner is going to do the same, just to keep that tradition going on barriers to employment and the social determinants of health. So with that said, I would like to introduce our current board chair, Kurt Dannison.
All right. Well, hello everybody. This whole experience has been interesting in terms of the resilience that those of us in North Central Washington tend to have to go through on a regular basis. Not only have we had a really smoky, fire-filled summer, we've had issues at the very last moments with this event. So rather than all being gathered at the movie theater in person, here we are online. I think it's pretty clear that Alice and her staff at the Economic Development District have done a wonderful job. Kudos to Stacy for her efforts in the educational components and the folks that we brought on board to make the film together, and mostly the 35 individuals and small companies that competed this year. It's pretty exciting, and I hope that it continues to grow because it's a really good opportunity for these companies to put their best foot forward and find a way to improve themselves. And maybe whether they're a winner or not, hopefully they'll find that they made an improvement in their business and their future. But with no further ado, I think it's time to announce this year's winner. So if we can roll the tape.
So we are upriver in the Eniat Valley heading to Tumbleroot Ranch to let them know that they are the winners of the 2021 Supernova Business Launch Competition. So Allie, on behalf of the NCW EDD, the board of directors has decided Tumbleroot Ranch represents the Supernova Business Launch Competition. And so I am really excited. I didn't expect to be emotional.
We're like, she's here.
You did it. Good job. Thank you. It is like such a great pleasure to have you be the winner this year. Your vision of what you're doing and what you're going to be doing with this prize is so beyond. I was just talking on the way up here how you've taken like being part of a community to a different level. Everything you're doing is based on other people and helping people and growing this business in a thoughtful way. I'm so proud of you.
So we're in Tumbleroot Ranch in Eniat, 12 miles up the river road. We are raising sheep and pork and have a bunch of chickens that lay eggs for the community. I'm so excited. We're gonna get a freestanding outdoor freezer unit and be able to next year raise enough pork to have extra and sell it by the cut and be able to sell meat to more people. Going through the business launch was such a great crash course in business management and getting together the business plan and just kind of focusing our goals and our mission and making sure that everything we're doing is on the right track. And then the community that we've developed through it too has just been invaluable. It's been an honor to compete against amazing businesses and to get to know what they're doing and learn from them and their experiences. And I'm proud of everyone that made it to the end and that competed along the way.
Thank you everyone for joining us online today. Congratulations to Tumbleroot Ranch, to all of the 4 finalists for making it thus far, and to all of our participants who developed their business plans and are looking ahead to a successful future. Our competition may be over for this year, but the support in our communities for all of you will continue. The North Central Washington Economic Development District will be sharing updates on your progress throughout the region and will continue to help you connect further with entrepreneurial support organizations and programs that will benefit your journey and the growth of your business. And on that very point, I have a special announcement to make. Though we've had to pivot for Supernova today, we will be continuing the celebration of our final tour on Thursday, October 28th on the Lady of the Lake. We will board at 5:30 p.m., leave the dock at 6, return by 8 p.m. So for each of you in attendance today, please mark your calendars and be sure to visit the Supernova Business Launch Competition website for more information to make sure that you can be there with us. Thank you again for attending and celebrating entrepreneurship in our region. And a very big thank you as we close here to Skeeter Buggins Productions for making this pivot possible for us today. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your week.